as a brand new full-time entrepreneur and content creator. For some reason, I just could not understand the importance of a dedicated work from home space until I actually had one. So if you want to see how I took my guest bedroom from this to this and transformed it into my home office slash filming room slash creative space, then you're in the right place and just keep watching. So the very first step was to prep the room. I knew that I wanted to put wallpaper on this back wall, so my husband and I had to measure to make sure I knew exactly how many rolls of wallpaper to buy. And then, as you guys see, our guest bed had some built-in shelves. So then it was time to disassemble all of that and get rid of it. And we did donate it. We didn't throw it away. And then now you guys just kind of see me trying to vacuum up the lines from that bed because it was in that exact same position since we bought our home. So a little over a year. So there was bound to be some indentations. And then after that, my husband and I moved forward with building my work desk. I opted for a corner desk just because the room is small and I wanted to maximize space. And y'all know your girl's a realtor, so look, deals still gotta be done. It looked like I'm not helping him, but I'm really handling business, okay? Once we were able to get the desk kind of assembled, we realized that, Amazon be Amazoning. So there were little quirks and kinks, but eventually we were able to get it together. And then it was on to the next step, which was to prep the accent wall. So the wall opposite of the guest bed had a TV mounted as well as some pictures. So we just knew we had to get all of that stuff down. So while my husband is working on that, I am working on prepping that wall because I knew I wanted to paint it. I wanted it to be kind of like the wow factor of the room. And if you've ever painted a room, then you know that taping up the borders or corners is honestly the most time consuming and tedious part about painting, but it is equally the most important because you want those really crisp lines from one wall to the next. So you have to take your time when you are taping, and I knew I wanted some really crispy lines, so I made sure I took my time and still somehow messed up, y'all. But that's besides the point. And then we decided to use our tarp and kind of stick it underneath the tape so that way we could assure that we did not get any paint drips on our carpet because we don't got time for that. And then it was on to patching those holes from that wall mount. TV wall mounts require bigger screws, which means bigger holes. So it was literally an additional step, but it was one that we knew we needed to get done. So after giving that plaster some time to dry, it was then time to go in and sand it down just to make sure it was really smooth. And of course, a little twerk and dance breaking never hurt nobody. Before we knew it, it was time for the actual fun part, painting the accent. So like you guys see on the screen, we did 2 coats and we let it dry overnight. So as you guys see, we're using these sponge rollers because I was trying to go for like almost a lime wash kind of style finish. It didn't really turn out that well because of the type of sponge we used. So the wall essentially ends up looking a little bit flat. You have to be like really up and close to kind of see the texture. But I mean, it's the color that we wanted. So a win is a win. And when you're doing these DIY projects, you got to take your wins. And y'all see that little corner on the left? That's where I messed up at. And then it was time to start unboxing the actual products, i.e. my computer. And listen, y'all, your girl wanted a white computer for a really clean finish. But let me tell y'all, white monitors and just white computer parts in general cost almost twice the amount of black ones. Do with that information what you will. But I just wasn't paying that price. So your girl definitely went and got some cans of spray paint. And I was going to turn this monitor everything that I needed white. I was gonna make sure that it was white, it was crisp, it was clean, and that it was cute, and it was very much saving me some coins. So the very next day, after letting the wall dry and letting the computer monitor and all of those parts dry, it was time to get the room back together. If you've ever done one of these DIY projects, you know it gets messy before it gets clean. And right here is where y'all see that? See a little bit of white and the green? That's what happens when you don't tape properly. But you see them other lines? Oh, baby, they crispy. And then it was time to put the accent wall back together. She's not perfect, but I mean, ain't nobody really gonna be in my space like that anyway. And if you can see the imperfections, you definitely looking too close. I feel like I vacuumed a gazillion times because everything I bought came in a box with styrofoam and packing peanuts, just bad for the environment. And literally, I just kept having to vacuum. But after that, it was officially time to set up the desk. And this is how I just knew that the room was almost coming together. So the first part of setting up my desk was getting my monitor arm together. Now, fortunately, this already did come white and it did not cost me an arm and a leg, but I knew that I didn't want my monitor sitting directly on top of my desk because the desk is so small, the room is so small. I wanted to maximize space. So I knew that if I put my monitor and mounted it on an arm, it would just give me a lot more desk space, and that was probably the best decision I made regarding the office because I just have so much storage and space on my desk. Now that my monitor is together and mounted, it is officially time to unbox my PC. Now, my husband is a gamer, so this is a gaming PC that he built me online at cyberpowerpc.com. This is quote unquote a mini PC, and it's also the only mini one that came in white. That orange really blew me because I did not know there was going to be orange on there, and I'm a Virgo, and just little things like that really grind my gears, but she'll do. She's white, she's not that big, because if you know gaming PCs, you know them things get big, and I did not have the desk space for one like the size of my husband, so I needed to make sure that it was small. And then it was just a matter of plugging everything up, making sure that my cord management was good. Here you guys just see me adding that desk lamp that I spray painted white, and you can't even tell, and then adding some LED strips for a little razzle dazzle. Here is my webcam that I got off of Amazon. And then I also have a gaming all white wireless keyboard and mouse. Because your girl's not really a gamer like that, but I do get active on The Sims and in Grand Theft Auto. And this is me just showing y'all kind of how that desk lamp works. She's from Amazon and I really, really love it because it's curved and it matches my curved monitor perfectly. And now for the fun part is decorating. Yes, I know that all of those flowers are different colors. That was intentional. When I went to Home Depot to get my paint samples for the accent wall, I got a bunch of different colors. And those little samples, they got a nice little size. So I decided to use them to refurbish some home decor I had laying around the house. Like, for example, this mirror that was already in this guest room was black, and I used a sample of some tan that we used in another part of the house to paint it and just kind of match the vibe. Before I knew it, my speakers had come in. These are also from Amazon. They are all white, they light up, they have different colors. And then it was time to set up my PC just to make sure everything was working. And then, y'all, for the most unfun part of this entire DIY renovation, this wallpaper. It is very easy. It's peel and stick contact paper from Amazon as well. And we've used this exact same style company print in our guest bathroom downstairs. So I already knew what it would look like. I already knew how to work with it. It's just time consuming. And my husband was at work, so I had to do this by myself. And then our couch came in from Walmart. Yes, y'all, this futon is actually from Walmart, and I'm just as shook as y'all. I was terrified that it would come in a box that was too big that I couldn't handle by myself. But as y'all saw, it came in two pieces, and everything was perfectly packed and compact within those two boxes. It turned out to be the perfect color to match my desk chair. It turned out to be the perfect size. I mean, come on, the details, baby. It's all about the details. And for what it's worth, it took me maybe 30 minutes to set up this entire couch by myself. It wasn't extremely heavy. And y'all, I hate to say it, but she's actually pretty comfortable. And I love the idea of having a futon so that in the event that we do get overnight guests, I don't feel bad that we don't have a guest bedroom anymore because this does lay flat. I do plan on getting a mattress topper, a twin size mattress topper to put over it if we ever have overnight guests, just so it could be extra cozy and comfy and feel a little bit more like a bed and not like a futon. But let me tell y'all, she is very comfy, and myself, my husband, and my son can all vouch. And as y'all see, that's what it looks like when it lays flat. And come on, we don't know where this came from, so. Now, there are some decor pieces like this light up shelf and like my organizer and planner that were kind of like last minute additions. I did get this planner, acrylic planner, custom made on Amazon. I didn't even know you could do that, but they're just kind of like the final touches. If you guys want me to do a separate video where I break down the cost of everything and tell you guys exactly where I got everything from and link everything, please let me know in the comments down below. This was more so just a transformation video, but I do know that some people might actually want to purchase these and want to know how much it costs. So if you want to know all of the tea, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and make sure that you comment down below. And now, without further ado, it is time to see the final result.
You change overnight.